Hello everyone, Ben here, and this is an Arts Award tutorial video explaining how you can make your everyday iPhone photos even better. The first technique that I'm going to be talking about is adjusting the brightness or exposure of photos. A lot of the time in photos, the surroundings can be too dark or too bright. This can make it very hard to make out the image, therefore ruining the photo. In this technique, you can adjust the brightness of a single object in the photo. You can do this by simply clicking directly onto that object and adjusting the brightness using the slide bar taking the form of the sun. While using the flash is an option, it does ruin the quality of your photo. Now pause the video here and try it out for yourself. As you can see, in this scenario I was trying to take a picture, but the sun was creating a lot of glare on the camera. So I was able to select the sun and lower the brightness, lowering the effect that it had. The first image shows the photo before the brightness was lowered, and the second image shows the photo after the brightness was lowered, which makes the photo so much better. The next thing I wanted to talk about is using the grid setting in your photos. This allows you to keep your photos straight and horizontal, whereas if you didn't use this, there's a high chance it would become wonky and unstraight, drastically decreasing the quality of your photos. You can turn this on by going to Settings, Camera, and simply turning on the grid. As you can see here, I lined up the grid with the ferns. This made sure that the photo was straight. Another good thing that the grid does is that it divides the screen into 3 parts. A lot of the time people make the subject of the photo in the centre of the image, but this can be very boring as it means your photo won't include much of the surroundings. The grid allows you to make the subject of your photo off-centre, directly in the middle of the left third. This makes for a much more diverse picture. Now pause the video here and go out and try to use the grid to optimise your photos as well as using the off-centre technique. The next technique I want to talk about is using the burst mode. This is great for action shots, as by using the normal camera, it's very hard to pinpoint an exact time which you want to take the photo, but by using the burst mode, it's almost impossible to miss it, as it takes lots of photos every second. As you can see here, I activated this setting by simply holding down the button which you use to take pictures. As you can see here, all the photos are stored as one photo, but you can access each individual one by clicking the select button. From this, I was easily able to get the ideal photo which I initially wanted. Now pause this video and use this technique to go out and try and take some good action photos of your own. One cool thing that you can do with the iPhone is pre-filter photos before even taking them. You can do this by clicking on the 3 circles in the top right corner and scrolling to the filter that you want. The noir filter setting is really important in this image, as it shows just how enormous this creature is. Without this filter, this image would be boring and less intriguing. Now pause the video once again and try out some filters for yourself. When taking pictures of others, it is great to use the portrait mode. This emphasises their facial features as well as putting the focus solely on them, making a great solo picture. As you can see, the first picture is one without portrait mode, and the second is with it. The second picture is really so much better as his face is lit up a lot more. Note that the portrait mode is only available on the iPhone 11, X, 8 and the iPhone 7 Plus. So if you have one, pause the video now and try it out on a friend or family member. Finally, I want to end with a tip. The iPhone camera allows you to take photos with the volume button. I would really recommend this a lot of the time as it's much more accessible than the iPhone button, resulting in much more stable pictures. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you learned something from this video. I would be very grateful if you could leave some feedback in the feedback form attached below.